Hey guys, it's Nick. Now, today we have a very important question. Actually, not a question, more of a sentence. Tell me a little bit about your country. I will start. I was born in Russia, but I did not live in Russia all of my life. I do not think I am very Russian. You guys are. So the country I want to talk about is Spain. I have lived 10 years of my life in Spain until I came here. Spain was the best and most colorful country I have ever seen. I'm sure you guys watch Spanish football. Football is such a fun sport to watch. You guys know teams like Barcelona, Real Madrid, maybe Atletico de Madrid. Watching football in Spain is a religion. Everybody watches it. It is the biggest hobby everyone has, and I'm sure you guys watch football too. Another reason why I liked Spain so much was because the people are different. Russian people are more calm, more serious. You guys are always fine. If you ask the same question to a Spanish person, he is always good. If you ask me this question, I'm always good. Spanish people are always happy. They are always smiling. Every day is a party. You have to go meet your friends. You have to go and dance. And that's what makes Spain an amazing country to live in. So, how about you guys? What can you tell me that is interesting about your country?
Hello everyone, it's great to see you. Today I am going to tell you about my country. Do you know which country I'm from? Well, I am from the second biggest country in the world, Canada. There we speak two languages, English and French. Also, Canada is divided up into 10 provinces and 3 territories. It's easy to remember because the territories are on top and the provinces are on the bottom. In Canada, we have a national dish called poutine. Not Putin, poutine. And poutine is made up of French fries, gravy, and cheese curds. It sounds strange, but it's delicious. Also in Canada, we play many sports, and we made many sports. We invented hockey, we invented basketball, and also we were the first ones to put pineapple on pizza. So I'm not sure if we're proud of that one though. What else can I tell you about Canada? Well, Canadians are very, very polite and patient. It took us over 40 years to design and invent our flag. If you've never seen the Canadian flag, it's very simple. We have red and white. The red represents love and the white represents freedom. And we have a maple leaf. We are very proud of this maple leaf because we produce 3/4 of the world's maple syrup. So we love pancakes, we love our maple syrup, and that is what we were famous for in Canada. What else can I tell you about Canada? We have more lakes in Canada than the rest of the world combined. In the north, it's very, very cold, and that is where the Eskimos live, in Nunavut. And actually, these Eskimos migrated there from Russia, and they've been there ever since. Canada is a small country with only 37 million people. So it's no wonder many people want to move there. Thank you, and what can you tell me about your country?
Hello everyone, my name's Jonathan. You probably know that I'm not from Russia, which is interesting because I've been asked to talk about my home country. My home country is Great Britain, is England. Now, most of you have an image in your head when you think about England. And that image is London. That image is the Queen, black taxis, red buses, red phone boxes. Some of that is very true. In London, where I used to live, a small town called Shrewsbury, most of that isn't there. Obviously, the Queen and Buckingham Palace is not in my hometown of Shrewsbury. But we do have red phone boxes everywhere. We don't have red double-decker buses because we have a lot of low bridges and the buses would hit those bridges, and we don't want that. But we do have black taxis. So some things you think about England are just for London, some things actually are all around England. One of the things I love about my hometown of Shrewsbury is it is an old town. It is over 1,000 years old, closer to 1,500 or possibly more. We're not too sure. But it has all different kinds of buildings from all different kinds of ages, from a stone castle to modern architecture, from Tudor buildings to Victorian buildings. I love it here, but I do miss it back there sometimes as well. Anyway, why don't you tell me more about where you live specifically?
Hello, Eddie here. I hope you're doing well. I'm doing great. Today, I'm going to tell you about my home country. Now, as a lot of you already know, I am from New Zealand. You already know that New Zealand is an English-speaking country. But what else do you know about my country? Well, it is a very small country and it is very far away. In size, it's about the same size as the United Kingdom, but the population is much smaller. In the whole country, there is only about 4 to 4.5 million people, so it is less than half the size of Moscow. New Zealand is made up of lots and lots of islands, but really, people only live on the two biggest islands, called the North Island and the South Island. The North Island has most of the big cities, and that's where most of the people live. But the South Island is a little bit colder, but a lot more beautiful, and less people live there. My hometown is called Invercargill. It is right at the very south of the South Island, so it is one of the southernmost cities in the whole world. In New Zealand, we play a lot of sports. In particular, we are obsessed with rugby. Everybody in New Zealand plays rugby. We have a very good national team who has won the World Cup 3 times. We are also famous for our beautiful nature and landscapes. Particularly in the South Island, we have lots and lots of beautiful mountains and forests and coastline and beaches. Because of this, we have a lot of tourists who come to visit New Zealand every year to see all of the beautiful things that we have. And we have a lot of movies which are filmed in New Zealand, like The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings. Watch these movies if you want to see some of the beautiful sights New Zealand has. And if you want, you can come to New Zealand yourself, although it is about 23 hours in an aeroplane to get there.